Are you planning a trip to Mexico? Let me, Paulísima from Spring Spanish, help you make it amazing and memorable. I will show you how to travel to Mexico on a shoestring budget, because the best places in Mexico are free or really cheap. You will also learn how to avoid the so-called tourist tax. It has to do with chunks. Pay attention to this. Número 1. Desayuna en casa y come en fondas. Uno de los mejores consejos que te puedo dar es que desayunes en casa. Como eres un viajero joven, moderno y aventurero, lo más seguro es que te alojes en un Airbnb o en un hostal, por lo que tendrás al alcance algo de equipo de cocina. Ve a un supermercado o a un mercado local y compra tus bebidas matutinas favoritas. Por ejemplo, café, té o jugos de frutas. Lo que te guste. Compra cereal, pan y muchas frutas. La fruta mexicana es la mejor del mundo, mi gente. Pero si tú crees que hay otro lugar en el mundo que tenga mejor fruta que la de México, dime en los comentarios. So, you have breakfast before leaving your place. Then you'll go out to explore, and when it's lunchtime, you are going to have lunch in a fonda. Las fondas son pequeños restaurantes donde puedes comprar menús de 2 o 3 tiempos por un precio muy bueno. Pon atención a los siguientes chunks de español. Puedes encontrar letreros que digan menú ejecutivo o menú del día o comida corrida. Además de ser muy amigables con la billetera, las fondas ofrecen platillos muy tradicionales que tal vez de otra forma te habrías perdido. Fondas sell the kind of food that Mexican moms would cook at home. Bonus: locals love to eat at fondas, so they are great places for you to practice your Spanish and mingle with the locals. The best part is that they are everywhere, even near to the most famous sites. You just have to walk a few blocks away from, like the famous sites, and I promise you will find a fonda. Do you want to get help from the locals? Learn this question. Disculpe, ¿una fonda por aquí? Las fondas venden comida con las 3 Bs. Bueno, bonito y barato. Did you catch that? Bueno, bonito y barato. Check out this No Frills grocery store that has capitalized on the phrase that Mexicans use to describe the way we like things. Bueno, bonito y barato. Before we go to the next point, just let me tell you that I have a tip I'm going to share with you that even my Mexican friends are grateful for. Número 2. Viaja en transporte público. El transporte público de México tal vez no es el más bonito o el más eficiente del mundo, pero tampoco está tan mal, ¿eh? If you are in a city that has enough attractions to, have attracted you to come visit, it is very likely that the sites are going to be reachable by public transportation. The difference can be abysmal. Y esto es el consejo que les doy a mis amigos mexicanos. Por ejemplo, en Cancún, ir de un hostal del centro de la ciudad a, digamos, la playa El Mirador, si te vas en taxi, serían como más de 400 pesos. Si te vas en camión, son 10 pesos. Número 3. Habla español y evita las trampas. La gente te va a tratar mucho mejor si por lo menos intentas hablar español con ellos. A simple buenos días, buenas tardes, disculpe can make a huge difference. Do check out our Spring Spanish Traveling series to learn all the phrases, vocabulary, and chunks of Spanish that you will need to survive a trip to any Spanish-speaking country. Remember that chunks are word combinations or phrases that the native speakers use all the times, and chunks do wonders for your speaking with confidence. Un ejemplo, ¿cuánto cuesta? ¿Cuánto cuesta? Como en cualquier otra parte del mundo, los lugares que están cerca de los atractivos turísticos son más caros. So, if you are on a shoestring budget, avoid them. A veces los jaladores se pasan de persuasivos. ¿Los jaladores? Sí, los jaladores. Literally, it means the pullers. I mean the people who are outside the restaurant and they show you the menu and they invite you in. We call them jaladores in Mexico. How do you deal with them without being rude? No estás siendo grosero. Al contrario, si cuando te abordan les respondes con una sonrisa en la cara y la frase, ahorita no, gracias. You got it. Ahorita no, gracias. Ahorita no, gracias. Only some service providers do resort to abusive tactics when it comes to dealing with tourists, and don't take it personal. They do it with Mexican tourists as well. So if you are under the impression that you have been mistreated, use this phrase and don't be afraid to use it. Conozco mis derechos, ¿eh? Voy a ir a la Profeco a denunciarlos. Bam! La Profeco is the National Authority of Consumers' Rights, and they're not that bad actually, not bad at all. Número 4. Ve a espectáculos gratuitos. It could be dances, photography exhibitions, a clown show. There's always something going on. In Mexico, we have free concerts. I once saw Gogol Bordello for free, and I know of a time where Paul McCartney threw a concert, like for free, in the Zócalo. Otro ejemplo es la ciudad de Mérida, donde el cuadro principal de la ciudad se cierra por completo todos los domingos. This program is called, appropriately, Mérida en Domingo. Número 5. Compra tus recuerditos en el supermercado. Este es el mejor tip del mundo y no sé por qué no toda la gente lo hace. Hasta mis amigos mexicanos se sorprenden cuando les doy este tip. Major supermarket chains will carry the most popular products in the place that you are in, and those are always great souvenirs to bring back home. Even if you wanted, that typical t-shirt or tequila glass, you can find those in the local supermarket as well, and they will be way cheaper than buying them in the shops located in the touristic areas. Way cheaper. I also want to show you the best places to visit in Mexico. I have picked 5 places that I love in Mexico and that I strongly recommend everyone to visit them. Go check out my next video by clicking on the image that is appearing on your screen. But you know what? Even if you don't go to these places, you can still benefit from the tips that you've learned in this video. But do check out my recommendations. Go click on it. I'll see you there.